let's go to the Built by Nature hotline to talk with the head coach of one of the teams that will get this party started tonight, 6:30 p.m. The head coach of the Fort Bend Hightower Hurricanes is Coach Padriac McGinnis. Coach, how are you?
Doing fine. How are you doing today?
Excellent. How are things in beautiful Fort Bend, Texas?
It's going good if the rain holds up.
I want to ask you a little bit about what you're feeling right now. You know, you're a guy who's now entering his seventh season there with the Hurricanes. You're a guy who you've been with a high school coach for a long time. It's opening night. What are your feelings right now?
It's just the uncertainty.
Yeah.
It's just trying to see what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, we made the move down to 5A this year. I didn't want to make it, but then when they made the split with the big schools, small schools, you look at the numbers. And if you're a gambling person, the opportunity is there. There's only 32 teams in our region. Manville, Marshall, and Region 2, so we wouldn't have to face them in the playoff. Like I say, Texas, you got College Station and Lufkin is in Region 2, and so it's like that Dallas, that 5A big Dallas, wow, it's so many great teams. And we also got a lot of great teams in Region 3 in the 5A big. But our opportunity, you look at the opportunity, we got a chance this year with only 32 teams in the region. And like I say, Lufkin and College Station being in Region 2, we got a great chance to make it all the way to state. So, like I say...
Yeah, I was going to say, you kind of answered my second question, which was, realignment it comes and goes. But overall, you look at your realignment and you view it as a positive?
I think it's a positive because, like I say, there's only 32 teams to get to state, and some of the tougher. Now we got some tough teams, especially in our district. Our district is almost like a little SEC, some of them call it. But like I say, the opportunity with those teams being in Region 2, Marshall and Manville being in Division 2, the opportunity as a gambling person, you got 32 teams to get to state. Now the only thing, unfortunately, we got to travel in this district. We got to go to Galveston Ball. We got to go to Richmond. We got to go to Friendswood, and that's something different from us. Where we usually going from Hall Stadium to Mercer Stadium. Now we got to get on the road. And in the playoff, we got to play the Cedar Parks, the Huddle, the Georgetowns, Port Arthur Memorial. So we about to travel a lot, and that's going to be a little different.
It will be a little bit different for your squad, but this is a team that does look ready for prime time. I'm really interested. You've been at this. At Hightower for a long time now, both as a head coach and an assistant. How have you seen this program change in the time that you've been with the Hurricanes?
It's still the same. Like I said, I've been here. I was part of the 2 state championships. I was the offensive line coach, run game coordinator at that time. I started as B-line coach here in 06. So I think this is my 13, 14 year at school. It's about the same. We got the number of kids, and the crazy thing is, we're the ninth in size in the Fort Bend schools, and the three 5A schools in the Fort Bend out of the 11. But we almost got the most football players in all of Fort Bend. Mm-hmm. And that's the crazy thing. We have numbers, we have depth. The only thing, I'm going to be honest, I just haven't won playoff games since I became the head coach. We usually go 4-5 rounds deep, like I said, the 2 state championship appearance. And the last 6 years as the head coach, we usually fizzle out in the first round. And that's the difference. And that's the thing I'm trying to get my staff to recognize. How can we go deep? Like when I was the offensive line coach and the defensive line coach, how can we get Hightower to go deep like we did back then?
We're talking with Padriac McGinnis, the head coach of the Fort Bend Hightower Hurricanes here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation. Hashtag TF Today. You can see his Hurricanes take on Fort Bend Travis tonight at Mercer Stadium at 6:30 p.m. Coach, how do you balance this game with, obviously these kids are excited. They're excited to go out there and they're excited to hit somebody. In some cases they're excited to hit some of their neighbors here in Fort Bend ISD. How do you balance that with the idea of making sure that they stick to the game plan? I'm sure it's a bit of a challenge from a coaching perspective to say play with your hair on fire, but also go out there and stay with the game plan.
Well, being with the Fort Bend League for so long, it's kind of a natural rivalry. Mm-hmm. And the thing I got this year, and it kind of reminded me of the 15 team we had with Nico Hollins, Michael Johnson, Darius Anderson, those guys. We went 10-0 and lost in the first round of the playoffs to Friendswood. Well, to be honest with you, I kind of got that same feeling, to go back to your first question. Mm-hmm. I know I got a special team. I know I got something special brewing here. I got 14 starters that came back. Most of those guys who started, this will be their third year starters, so they got experience. And saying that, they know Travis, and they know what Travis, that offense is really explosive. They done played against him. Fortunately, we beat him the last 2 years, but I got guys who are coming back with experience. So it's kind of like, hey, you know what to do. You got the tools. Go out there and handle it. And that's a good feeling to have, just like we had in 2015. Instead of, having newcomers, new faces, we know what the kids can do. We just got to get them in the right places. But our kids are very experienced, and they know. They need to play against Travis the last 2 years.
What do you think your team is going to hang their hat on this year? What is going to be the identity of this 2018 Hightower Hurricanes team?
And I hate to go here, but it's always the same here. It's our defense.
Yeah.
Our defense is every year we got so many guys a couple of guys in the NFL, got so many guys who put in college. Our defense are always good. We got speed. And we got 54 seniors on the roster. And I know we played Houston Lamar at the Fort Bend Austin last Thursday in the scrimmage. And we were rotating so many kids in on defense, and they all were super fast. And I was like, wow, And I said, okay, we got a backup coming. He's going to be a little slower. Nope. He was extremely fast, just like the starter. Then we put a third string in. I said, okay, he's going to be a top-off. Bam. We so fast on defense. And we always lived at Hightower on our defense. And I like to change it. I like to change that persona. But, hey, it's the defense. As 13 years I've been here, it's the defense.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Coach. If you had come to me and be like, "Oh, I think that our passing game is going to be really great this year, and that's the thing that's going to set us apart," I think that would have surprised me. Because it's always been about defense there, and you guys have a number of outstanding playmakers this year, per usual. One guy who really springs to mind is Isaiah Esasima. Your cornerback. This guy is a superstar blue chip prospect. For those who aren't familiar with this kid, what can you tell folks about what kind of player and what kind of kid Isaiah is?
He is the hardest working kid ever. Every day we had 7-on-7. Every day we had summer workouts. He was here ready to go. He's just a kid who wants it. He lives football. He breathes football. He has 19 offers. You know what I'm saying? And they came late. He was upset because why ain't getting off? And then he got that first win, and then 19 just pops up for 2 weeks. But he's just a great kid. He's a hard worker, and he may be he's our best quarterback. But he may be our best receiver on the team also. And we got some good receivers now. And that kid is special. Like I said, whatever college get him, he got over a 3.0 GPA. He runs track. He's here every day and ready to work. He works out. He's calling me on days, Coach, can you come up to weight room? I'm like, man, I'm at home relaxing. He always want to work. He's that type of kid.
Coach, we mentioned that you guys open your season tonight. Just 6 hours from right now, you're taking on Fort Bend Travis there at Mercer Stadium, 6:30 p.m. kickoff. I don't want to ask you to give away your game plan here, but when you take a look at Travis, what do you think you're up against tonight?
They are very explosive. And it's kind of funny. One time I interviewed the OC about 4 or 5 years ago, and I didn't hire him, and I guess he said, hey, I forget you now since you didn't hire me. They are so explosive. They got a new quarterback. They still got the wide receivers coming back, but man, that team they could score. They could put 30 points on you in 3 minutes, and you'll never know it. You playing behind. They are very explosive. I love what they do on offense. Like I said, I kind of knocked myself sometimes. Why didn't I hire that offensive coordinator 5 years ago? Because every time I face them, they go put points up. And like I said, we beat them the last 2 years, but we really didn't stop them. We just wanted more points than what they did. Because they are so explosive, and that's what I'm worried about. Can we slow them down?
We're talking with Padriac McGinnis, the head coach of the Fort Bend Hightower Hurricanes here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation, #TF Today. Coach, one last question for you, because I know you're game planning, you're ready to go. But tonight, there's another game going on at 7 o'clock featuring your alma mater, the Louisiana Monroe Warhawks. You of course were a star there for the Warhawks for Monroe. They're taking on Southeastern Louisiana. I got 2 questions. First of all, what do we think about your Warhawks this year? And secondly, could you still get out there and play with it? Play with these boys. Show these boys in practice what's going on.
I love my alma mater. Like I said, they're doing a great job up there. I love the uniforms. One thing to the throwback uniforms. I grew too big to wear one of the jerseys, but I love what they got. If somebody can send me one, but I know they don't have my size. But like I say, they're doing a great job. The defensive coordinator when I was there is back. The D-line coach, the running back coach played with me there. So it's like 6 or 7 guys that came back from other schools are back there getting it going, and they're doing a great job. And I look forward to actually play Texas A&M in the next couple of weeks, and I want to look forward to see what they're going to do there. But they should have a great year this year. And like I said, I keep in touch with some of those guys. They actually offered Isaiah Septima. They about to offer our wide receiver, Chance Caesar. They offer one of our junior offensive linemen, Smart Chibozo. So, there's a connection there, and then they offer some of our guys here. Yes, sir. So
that's awesome.
I think I can still play. I think I still can play. I'm about to turn 40, and like I said, I'm pushing. If I'm lying to you, I'm pushing about 420. But I think I still can get out there. Somebody give me about 4 or 5 plays.
Listen,
just have an AED on the side.
Coach, whenever we get the Dave Campbell's team together, I'm giving you a call. All right.
Yes, sir.
He is Padriac McGinnis. He's the head coach of the Fort Bend Hightower Hurricanes. See them tonight. Open their season with Fort Bend Travis, 6:30 p.m. tonight at Mercer Stadium. Coach, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck tonight and down the road.
Thank you guys so much.
There he goes, Padriac McGinnis, head coach, Fort Bend Hightower Hurricanes. It's an excitable man, and for good reason. For good reason. They're a squad that last year a 6-5 record or 5-5 record. Not really up to their standard, but he's a guy who's got them going in the right direction, and you can tell how passionate he is about that program and about getting there. And yeah, I know he's a Warhawk, so I want to give him a chance to shout out Louisiana.
Those uniforms are really nice.
And by the way, yes, he's exactly right. Go Google the Louisiana Monroe throwbacks. They are clean. Very clean. But we appreciate Coach Padriac McGinnis hopping on with us. Talk a little Hightower football. They open the season tonight, 6:30 p.m. at Mercer Stadium.